Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm your host, Mike Briggs, and what we do here is we celebrate, well, we say we celebrate what's good about Fresno, but we're called Central Valley Talk. We celebrate what's good about the whole valley, which includes foothills and mountains, by the way. And things are going on every day people just don't know about, and we're here to tell you about them. One of my favorite things over the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, however long it's been going, is the Stone Fruit Jubilee. And our guest here to talk to us about it is Hansel Kern from the Kern Family Farm. Now, last year, you kind of had the Stone Fruit Jubilee.
Yeah, we actually, thank you for having me first,
my
Mike.
pleasure,
I really
yeah.
appreciate it.
We had some COVID thing last year. It kind of messed
we
us up.
actually did kind of a box handout. We didn't have like an in-person event, not for the last couple of years. Yeah.
Well, how's the Stone Fruit Jubilee going to go this year?
Well, we're real excited. We have a new venue. And first, I'd really like to thank Bruno and Bruno Laconi and the MOA Farms for hosting us for the past decade or so.
Yeah.
It was really a wonderful venue, but we're on to new places now, and we're real excited about being at the Kingsburg Historical Society Park.
That's a perfect
downtown
place for
Kingsburg.
it, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a wonderful venue. There's green lawns and shade trees and a nice air-conditioned hall that we can have our keynote speaker speak at, and a nice gazebo for our live music. It's just a really nice setting. A lot of old barns and shops with all kinds of antique farm equipment.
Before we go too far, I want our viewers to see the website. I want them to go write that down before they click away to watch some other funny video or something. It's fruitjubilee.com?
That's it.
Fruitjubilee.com.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Absolutely. So this year we're expanding. Instead of emphasizing on organic stone fruit growers, which we've done all these years, about 10 to 12 growers, where you're able to taste up to 60 different varieties of fruit right there on the spot and buy quantities of right there if you'd like. We are now including small vegetable farms as well. And we'll have food crafters and artisans. We've got some demo things going on about preserving. Master, gardeners are going to be there, and there's going to be folks preserving jams and all that good stuff too. So.
Now, you said organic. Is it all organic?
Yeah.
The whole Jubilee, not only is it organic stone fruit, as it has been the past years,
Right.
but some organic farmers and vegetable growers as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah. Our emphasis is on organic for sure.
Now, what's it cost to go in there?
Gosh, that's funny. It's pretty reasonable. I think it's $5,
There's
maybe
some
$10.
some small cost.
Very small cost. Yeah, and then you can buy a $10 bag of any variety you want to pick out of the stone fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, is it different vendors or just one big collection?
No, there's actually each grower. You get to meet the growers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's really nice about it. And there's going to be 10 or so wonderful, all in what we call the Golden Triangle out of Kingsburg. These great stone fruit growers.
Okay, 2 questions. First of all, what is organic?
Well, organic basically means farming in a way that civilization has done for 10,000 years. It's really not a new
Not a
thing.
new thing. You didn't
No,
invent this.
the chemicals and all the pesticides and all that started happening after the First World War, and especially after the Second World War. And to me, I have a 2.5-year-old grandson, and I wouldn't personally want to put one drop of gasoline in his milk or water.
No.
And to us, it's that simple. We don't want to put chemicals on our food because we're going to consume them, and they're going to be in our body. So
Now,
that's really what organic is
The
about.
chemicals were a lot, I think, to control pests.
Yeah.
But there's a way to do that naturally?
There's a lot of different ways to do it. And one of the big things is just the scale. It's much harder with a large farm,
Right.
for sure. Although there are large organic farms,
But most of the ones we'll have at the Stone Fruit Jubilee are small farms
This is
from right
all-
around here.
Yes, exactly.
Second question, what is stone fruit?
Stone fruit is, just as it implies, any fruit that has a pit. The stone is considered the pit.
Peach.
Peaches, nectarines, apricots, plums. And there's so many different. Guys are breeding
A lot of varieties.
a lot of
and
things,
new
like-
varieties. are
Yeah,
coming out
like
all the time?
apriums, and there's pluots, and there's all kinds of interesting crosses.
And that's why we need to taste some different ones.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this: we're at what elevation is your stuff grown?
Well, our little farm is up in the foothills, so we're at
1,000 feet?
3,400 feet.
3,400.
Yeah.
And,
And our fruit isn't even going to be ready, so
yours
our
won't be
fruit will
ready.
not be represented here. It's just little tiny marbles right now.
we're going to tell you how to taste this fruit a little later in the season. But where it's cooler, you get different sugars and stuff in the fruit than
Yeah.
where it's just really hot all the time.
Absolutely. And the truth is, with stone fruit, the heat really brings out the sugars.
Oh, it does.
Same for tomatoes and different vegetables.
That's why they're growing them here in the
The
South
valley
I
grows
think.
some wonderful, wonderful food. Yeah.
Well,
You got lots of heat.
My life's about tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
And I found that you go to the grocery store and there's this beautiful, perfect, round, perfect colored tomatoes. I like the ones that are all mangled and grown weird and not so pretty. They seem to have a better taste. It's like
Absolutely.
the stores, I'm not saying against the stores, but they seem to breathe the flavor out and
Yeah.
breathe the looks in.
Yeah, it's so much about appearance, with the American consumer. And we encourage folks to go beyond that a little bit and go for the taste.
So probably at this Jubilee, Stone Fruit Jubilee and Small Farm Expo, we'll see some of the different tomatoes.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
fruits
Well,
and
the
stuff.
tomatoes, it's going to be close
Might
on
be a
some
little
being
early,
ready.
huh?
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be more vegetables, not tomatoes. I'm not sure.
Different vegetables,
If we
yeah.
get a bunch of heat in the next month,
We might
then
have
we might
some,
have
in
some
there, yeah.
tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering why I was going to these farmers markets and there's no
There's
tomatoes.
no tomatoes.
That's why then. All
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Um,
And we have an exciting keynote speaker, Tom Willie. Many folks in the Valley know he was one of the pioneers of organic farming, and he's going to be our keynote speaker and talk about the value of eating organic and supporting
Is this
small
the poster?
farms. Yes, we have
Having
a
a
poster
glance
right
and
here.
just see Kingsburg Historical Park.
Yes.
You just go to downtown Kingsburg, you'll find it. But the whole thing's June 24th. They've got about a month
Yes,
to get ready.
just about a month and a week.
4 to 8 p.m. It's going to be in the
Yes,
evening.
it's an afternoon event.
Okay.
We're always looking for volunteers. So you see the phone number up there, 877-8400. That's a great number to call. That's our store, the Gnarly Carrot. And Becky, my daughter, is the manager of the
You need
site.
to volunteer for the Stone
For
Fruit-
volunteers,
Yeah.
we always can use help.
You think there'll be 100 people, 1,000 people?
We've had as few as 200 or 300, and we've had as many as 1,500. But
1,500,
we're hoping, for 800 maybe.
Yeah, this first year back since
Yeah.
COVID, really.
And the new venue is really nice. It's going to be very friendly, and our family hosts a kids crafts village, so it's a family event, and we'll have all kinds of crafts for kids to hang out and play with. So
We started Central Valley Talk because people kept saying there's nothing to do in Fresno, nothing to do in the valley. And there's something all the time. And this is a great, great, great thing.
yeah,
And the only way they could keep doing things like this is if we all show up.
yes,
You got to show up for this thing and say we're here and we want to, we need this, we like this, we appreciate it, we want to honor it. And also, if you're one of those looking for a place to volunteer, this would be a great one.
perfect.
Kinda-
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
We
get
have
a
great
traditional
committee.
volunteer every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a lot of notes. I keep
Yeah.
asking a million questions.
Well,
I don't let you talk.
there's we're going to have live music from Good Medicine. It's a
yeah.
wonderful band up in
Yeah.
North Fork, and they've played all over the valley and over to the coast. And the Raging Grannies are also
Yeah, I
going to
love the
sing.
Raging
You
Grannies,
know them, right? And our speaker is going to be Tom Willie, who also has a radio show on KFCF. Is it the first Friday, I believe, of every month? Maybe the second, but that could be looked up. And Will Scott, who's the president of the African American Farmers Association right here in the valley. We have Raw Fresno and the Master Preservers are going to do some demos. And there's going to be Sweet Home Ranch and Intermountain Nursery. We're hoping will be there. CAF, Community Alliance for Family Farmers, are going to have a booth there. And EFA, which is the fiscal sponsor, which I'm on the board of, is Ecological Farming Association
Okay.
over in Santa Cruz. We're the sponsors of this event, and our mission is about encouraging folks to think about organic, support small family farms, farmers markets, and so forth. So
I don't want to put you on the spot, but when I go in the grocery store and it says organic, can I count on that? I put you on
that's
the
a
spot.
good
Sorry.
question. I think most folks that are growing organic, their heart's in the right place. I think if it starts getting into industrial organic, there's fraud in
Yeah.
everything in the world, right?
I meant to ask it.
That's another reason is to meet the farmer and go to the farmers markets and look the person in the eye. We have farmers at the vineyard market that aren't certified organic, but their families live on the farm, and we
They
trust.
believe it,
They tell us, and we trust them that they're not putting poison on our food.
I meant to ask the question backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Was if we go to the organic stone fruit jubilee, would that help us figure out where to buy fruit, not just on that day, but all year round?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one of the ironies here in the valley is that there's some really gem farms that grow organically, and they don't have the outlets that they would like to right here in the valley, so they go to the San Francisco farmers market to sell their stuff. And some of these growers have to do that, you know. So our mission here is to encourage the local public here in the valley to ask their local stores, would you please carry this farm's produce?
This farm's produce. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to meet those farmers.
And you get to meet them.
We're going to
Yeah.
know what names to ask for at our local markets. So.
Yeah. And
This
on
is
the
very
poster, you can see all the different organic stone fruit
Yeah,
growers.
a lot of them. Now, real quick, I'm going to force you into doing a little plug for yourself. You have Kern Family Farm up where?
Up in North Fork, the
North
great
Fork.
city of North Fork. Yeah.
And also you have a store there,
We do.
the Gnarly Carrot.
And it's called the Gnarly Carrot. We just had our 7th birthday
Wow.
on April 1st. And it's really amazing. Our town is only about 3,200 people, but we get a lot of support,
Right.
and it's really an honor.
For our viewers in Fresno, it's just a short trip up there. It's a great day trip. It's just an afternoon trip. It's not going to take you a whole day. Go up to
Yeah.
the Gnarly Carrot, see them, and spend a little time in North Fork. And,
We're about an hour out of
yeah.
Fresno. Yeah.
Some people might go there every week and get their produce for that week. So,
Yeah.
all right. What am I leaving out, Hansel?
Gosh, I think we've covered it pretty well. Yeah.
Go to fruitjubilee.com. That's
Yes,
the big
there you
one.
go.
The
That's-
date is June 24th. In 2023, if you're watching this in August, you missed it. This interview repeats sometimes. 4 to 8 p.m. And Kingsburg's a great little destination.
It's a great
as
little
well, yeah.
destination. It's right off the freeway. It's just a few blocks off, right in downtown Kingsburg.
Well, thanks for coming down from North Fork and telling us about this Stone
really
Fruit Jubilee.
appreciate it.
I want to put up the phone number again and say, volunteer. You could go help. It's just they need hands and people pointing people where to go and stuff like that. So go volunteer for the Stone Fruit Jubilee. Call 559-877-5800.
Yes.
That'll ring right up to the
Or
Gnarly
also
Carrot or to the farm.
8400 as well.
Right.
8400 is our store and 5800 is our home.
Very good. That's it for us. Stone Fruit Jubilee, Saturday, June 24th. I'm going to be there because I'm into fruit and stuff right now in my life. So it'll be perfect for me. Thank you, Hansel.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We'll be back with more right after this.